Shalom, good afternoon from Jerusalem, Israel. This is Mr. Lowell Joseph Gallen, founder of the Root and Branch Association Limited, established in the United States of God of Israel, bless America, in 1981 in New York State, and now celebrating our 42nd year. Today is Tuesday, April 25th, 2023 in the Gregorian calendar, and it is the fourth day of the second Israelite Hebrew month of ER in the Hebrew Israelite calendar year 5783. Welcome to episode 10 of our monthly seminar entitled Abortion, with abortion in quotation marks, and then in parentheses, Moloch, mass murder, child human sacrifice global industry. And the chair of the seminar is Mrs. Cecily Routman of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who is the founder of the Jewish Pro-Life Organization. And our special guest speaker today is Barbara from Harlem, in my hometown of New York City. Without further ado, let me hand over the mic to our chair, Cecily. It's all yours with Barbara.
Thank you, Lowell. Thank you for hosting us once again this April from Jerusalem. I love the Root and Branch Association Limited. Yes, so I'm Cecily Routman, founder and president of the Jewish Pro-Life Foundation. Our mission is to save Jewish lives and heal Jewish hearts by providing much needed pro-life education to the Jewish community, Jewish-friendly pregnancy care and adoption referrals, and healing after abortion. I met our wonderful guest, Barbara from Harlem, last month in March at the Queens Village Republican Club Lincoln dinner, where I received a Sanctity of Life award. The first time they'd ever given the award to a Jewish pro-life activist. So it was quite an honor. It was a wonderful night. And Barbara was the MC. She introduced all the honorees. And when I first introduced myself to Barbara, she gave me a big hug, like I was her long lost niece or something. And it was really, really, really warm and delightful and wonderful. And I could tell that she is a terrific person. So I was so very glad that our mutual friend, Roseanne, reached out to her for me, and we were able to have her on the show today. And as is our custom at this Root and Branch seminar, we do open with a video. And today I have a short video that's very pleasant and beautiful. So I will share that with you now, and then we'll get on to enjoying our guest.
This is Olivia. Though she has yet to greet the outside world, she has already completed an amazing journey. This is the moment that life begins. A new human being has come into existence. At fertilization, her gender, ethnicity, hair color, eye color, and countless traits are already determined. She begins to implant in the uterus about 1 week after fertilization. Her cells organize into what we call an embryo. At 3 weeks and 1 day, just 22 days after fertilization, Olivia's heartbeat can be detected. The buds of her arms and legs appear by 4 weeks. She begins to move between 5 and 6 weeks with both spontaneous and reflexive movements. At 6 weeks from fertilization, her brain activity can be recorded and bone formation begins. She can bring her hands together at 7.5 weeks, and separate fingers and toes emerge. She can also begin to hiccup. At the beginning of the 9th week, Olivia will have grown from a single cell into nearly 1 billion cells, and she is now called a fetus. She will suck her thumb and swallow, grasp an object, touch her face, sigh, and stretch. At 11 weeks, she is playing in the womb, moving her body and exploring her environment. Her taste bud cells have matured by week 12 but are still scattered throughout her mouth. Her mother will first sense Olivia's movements between 14 and 18 weeks, an event called quickening. Beginning at 18 weeks, ultrasounds show speaking movements in her voice box. Around 20 weeks, with a lot of help, babies have survived outside the womb. At 27 weeks, her eyes are responding to light. She can recognize her parents' voices and will even recognize lullabies and stories. Olivia has gone on an amazing journey during these last 9 months. She will soon signal to her mother that it is time for delivery and greet the outside world.
Very moving.
Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning to welcome our special guest. Barbara from Harlem is a dynamic speaker, patriot, activist, and author. She's very well known for her groundbreaking book, Escaping the Racism of Low Expectations. Barbara's from Harlem. She was born in the Bronx and raised in Harlem, New York City. She's the mother of 5 children whom she raised as a single mother. So she proves that one can have her babies and have a successful, prosperous life. So she's a wonderful role model for so many women. So without further ado, as Lowell would say, I'd like to welcome Barbara from Harlem.
Thank you, Cecily. I mean, this is such a privilege and an honor. And it was really a joy meeting you because I had never known and didn't know about the abortion issue among the Jewish people. And it was really enlightening just to meet you and see the wonderful work that you're doing. You know, I've been concerned about abortion in the Black community for many, many, many years. It was at least 30 or 40 years ago that when I lived in Florida for a few years, that I used to regularly go to an abortion mill and stand out there with the crowd. Now, the only people standing out there were Catholics. So when I'd show up, they'd have my rosary and they'd have my prayers. I didn't see anyone from my Protestant church.